North Korea had finally launched an attack and the war has begun. This is it. Freaking Kim Jong-un finally decided to make his worst decision ever and we're all gonna die. Yeah, this is it. Just the thought of war. Like, what are we... It's scary. You know, sometimes I forget that technically we are still in a state of conflict here in South Korea. We have a ceasefire with North Korea, but the war was never officially ended. It's just that life here is so safe and peaceful that it's easy to forget that fact. I mean, South Korea is consistently ranked as one of the safest countries in the world. There is no need to worry about guns and women can feel safe and comfortable walking around at night. I do it sometimes after hanging out with my friends and I feel fine 100%. But every once in a while, something happens that reminds me that we are still technically at war. Like yesterday. Yesterday was a crazy day. Okay, I was sitting at my desk editing, and I was hanging out with you guys on my Discord server. I'm gonna put a link to my Discord server if you wanna join too. And Jerry was taking a nap next to me here, and Claire was in her room over there, and all of a sudden I heard this super loud noise. At first I was like, what is it? And I realized it was fighter jets flying. They were flying overhead and my heart literally skipped a beat when I heard the roaring sound. It was so loud. Like, it was so loud that I felt like this whole entire neighborhood was shaking. And I could hear the fighter jets flying over here again and again. They were not passing by. It wasn't one-time thing. They came here for multiple times. I was like, oh, they are leaving now. But oh damn, they are coming back again and again and again. And you know how my brain works. I, of course, immediately thought the worst, that North Korea had finally launched an attack and the war has begun. This is it. Freaking Kim Jong-un finally decided to make his worst decision ever and we're all gonna die. Yeah, this is it. I was like, man, if this is my last moment, it's not so bad. I mean, I'm with Claire and Jerry now here and I had a good life. Guys, I had to be ready. It was so scary. Not just me, Jerry was so scared too. He started to shake because it was so loud and I was hugging him the entire time because he got so scared. And Claire and I were like, what the hell is going on? Like, are we gonna die? Let's go on the internet and find out what the hell is going on. Like, we were so scared. It was like for 5 minutes, but it felt like so long. Like, time flies differently, you guys know that. We legit thought like something bad was going down. Alright, but obviously I'm still here. Nothing happened. You guys didn't hear anything about war in the Korean Peninsula. Guess what actually happened? As it turns out, it was 8 fighter jets from a special flight team called the Black Eagles, and they were flying low over Seoul to celebrate the Yeouido Spring Flower Festival. Dun dun dun. I live by the river, so that's why they were passing over my neighborhood so much, like back and forth. I didn't know this, but apparently Seoul City had announced in advance that the Black Eagles would be flying over Yeouido as part of the festival, so there was no need to worry. Yeah, but I didn't know about that. Where did they announce it? Like, it was my first time reading that article. Too late. So it was just a false alarm, but it definitely gave me a good scare. And here was another thing that reminded me that we are still technically at war with North Korea. Well, this week has been the worst week for mountain fires in South Korea. We've been dealing with some major forest fires, which has been really tough. According to the Korea Forest Service, there was 53 forest fires that broke out. 53 across the country between the 2nd and 4th of this month. And you know what? They say that's the biggest number of fires in the shortest amount of time since 1986. Which is crazy. Last Sunday, there was a big fire on Inwang Mountain, and it is really scary and crazy because you guys know I love going to Inwang Mountain. I go there pretty often. And at that time, I was hanging out at Han River Park and I received notifications like emergency texts from the government saying that there is a fire on Inwang Mountain. And then I saw so many helicopters carrying big water buckets back and forth to the fire. It was pretty intense. I saw at least 20 helicopters. I even uploaded the pictures on my Instagram story. It was my first time seeing how it works. Like a helicopter carries over an empty bucket and they lower the helicopter body, and they fill the bucket with the Han River water and they go back to the fire place, probably to the forest. Yeah, it was definitely really intense. It continued till night and it started again in the morning the next day. And it was not just in Inwangsan. The fires were happening all over the country, not just in Seoul. 53. Okay, I'm gonna pull up some pictures. They are from my mom. She got the pictures from her friends in Daejeon, which is her hometown. And the fire is across her hometown. So the fire was all over the country. And this is such, right? How can this happen to all over the country? Some people were like, this can't be just happening. They were feeling sus about it. There are people even saying that it could be North Korea's doing, you know? There are so many secret agents from North Korea and they are hiding in this society, and they are taking secret missions from Kim Jong-un, and it's them doing the mission. It might be like one of those cases that they may have received orders to start the fires, you know, at the same time, on the same day. I don't know how you feel about conspiracy theories, but this is one of the conspiracy theories, because it's so rare, really rare, to have this many fires all over the country simultaneously. What are the chances? Like, what did we do? I don't know. I'm not saying anything. Maybe I'm tripping. But things like this still make me think that we are still at war, technically. And you know, like, I don't know what's the reality. Like, I don't know. I feel like we are all a little bit paranoid, and this is just a conspiracy theory, and it is probably just a coincidence, right? But you know what? It's hard not to think about it when things like these happen to me. Like, I don't want to be paranoid and I don't want to be thinking like this, but I can't help how my brain works. I don't know. Like, I get scared at things like this. It's crazy. Like, especially now that I have Jerry, I'm gonna protect him at all costs. But just the thought of war, like, what are we? It's scary. I'm gonna save him, no matter what. But like, it's so scary. But you know what? It's raining outside now. Luckily, it's been raining non-stop for the past 2 days, and the fires are officially out. Finally, officially. Yay. According to the news, the rain was a huge factor in extinguishing the fires. It's such a relief to know that everyone is safe. Apparently, the lack of rain from January to March contributed to the dry weather conditions, which made the fires spread rapidly. So it might just have been a natural cause. It might just have been the dry weather and strong wind, and it has nothing to do with the conspiracy theory in North Korea. Yeah, but what do you guys think? Am I going crazy, or would you feel the same way if you were in Korea? I just want peace for Korea. I don't want to go nuts about it. It would be sad if I go down like this because I have more videos to post. But yeah, anyways, that is it for today's video. You know what? It is just a silly video. Don't take anything from this video. It's just a conspiracy theory, and I hope Kim Jong-un doesn't make a stupid decision like that. I don't think he would. I hope he doesn't. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Peace. Okay, bye.